Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy YouTube Blue coming back at you again. And I'm out here in the backyard trying to, now that I got some sunlight today, I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to definitely finish up the bench that I was working on, not the one that Mark is doing. The one that he's doing is, he's going to finish that when he comes back from California. And apparently he's also going to help me finish my floors up because the contractors that I had, they're useless. They're not hitting me back, so I look at it like this. I'd rather have somebody do it that I know that can get the job done, and I'd rather pay somebody that I trust. So I look at it like this. So you see these planks that I have here, and I don't know if you can see these bricks that I have here too. So these bricks that are here, these center blocks, and then those cushions right there, those navy blue and white cushions. So those are basically what I'm gonna use to finish up this bench that I have. It's real easy compared to what Mark has to do. I didn't really have to cut anything. I just went to Lowe's or Home Depot, and you know, they cut the planks for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish. I got some charcoal paint, so I'm gonna finish painting these bricks a little darker color just to match the decor of the house. And these planks, they're already sanded and smoothed down, so I'm gonna stain these. They're gonna be like a darker color, and I'm gonna put those in. So hopefully when I finish today, I could do another video and show you guys the finished product. So that's pretty much where I'm at with that. So on the training camp, so the blue and white scrimmages today, it's going to be 4 o'clock, I guess, West Coast time. Here on the East Coast, we're 3 hours ahead, so by the time I see it, it's going to be late. But I'm excited to see them get into the game and actually hit each other. Now, speaking of hitting, it's been the second scuffle in training camp yet. This time is with Travis Fredrick and Antwan Woods. Now, Antwan Woods was a guy that they actually put him, they gave him first team reps just to see what he can do on defense. And I guess he was trying to show out for the coaches, and things got heated between him and Travis Fredrick, and he hit Travis Fredrick in the face, and Travis, the president, as Nate Newton calls him, he wasn't having that. So he bucked back, and they got into a skirmish. And then your boy Zach Martin jumped in there, dove in there with a wrestling move. Now, you got to be careful with that, because I'm all for the scuffles, because, you know, you got grown men going at each other. And I know they're tired of doing these reps and hitting each other every play. You know, sometimes if you feel slighted as a man, you're going to fight back. I mean, it is what it is. That's normal. I expect that. But, you know, you just don't want to get it too far. You got 280, 90, 300 plus guys hitting each other like that. You don't want unnecessary injuries that are not football based to start happening, because what happens is then you start eating at your numbers, and then you got to figure out what you're going to do about the preseason games. So our preseason game is Thursday. Blue-white scrimmages today. So again, we get to see a little bit more of what these guys can do. Now, one thing I want you guys to understand is when you're watching training camp live, you're watching tape of whatever Mark, Shango, Foots, they're all there, whatever that they're showing you guys, look at it with a grain of salt. And I say that to say that it's sometimes hard to evaluate certain positions in training camp when you're not going full on. For instance, like a running back, you're not getting hit as a running back in training camp practices. You know, you're running, and when you see the defensive guy, especially linebacker position, that's a hard position to evaluate, because you got to literally, in camp, you literally have to go by whether that player was in the right position or he had the right angle to get to that guy. You look at a person like Zeke, just because you get to him don't mean you're going to tackle him. We've seen that game after game after game where he would just bowl the defender over, or he'll hurdle over him. Just because you're in position doesn't always mean you can tackle him. But I will say that the fact that they are in position, that's a basis for the coaches to go by until we get into these preseason games. So that's pretty much how that goes. A lot of guys been stepping up. Tavon Austin has been showing up every practice. We already know he's fast as hell. But the fact that he's come to this team and he's been showing such a leadership role is big right now, because you got a guy, yes, he's a veteran. You got a guy that's coming to a new team, still learning the way that the Cowboys function and the way that they go about everyday business. And you're still out here coaching up the other young guys and stuff like that. And I just feel like the chemistry was strong from the jump, which is good. He came in there, jumped in 2 feet as soon as he got traded. Alan Hearns came in here. Speaking of Alan Hearns, they actually held him and Deontay Thompson out for a little while. I think one of them was dealing with like an Achilles strain or something like that. Nothing too major, but you know, especially with soft tissue injuries, you want to take it easy on that, because you don't want to cause long-term issues. So I look at that as the team being smart, because again, you don't want to lose any of these wide receivers. We already got Noah Brown out right now, and we lost Cedric Wilson for the year. So a lot of these younger no-name guys are stepping up. Like, I'm rooting hard for Lance Lenoir right now. Like, I know some of you guys like Lance too. I liked Lance last year, and I was like, this dude got some skills, man. Like, and even as hard as this defense tries to fight, he's out here showing out. He's showing up, and he's making plays. So I look at it like this: all these guys are actually like stepping up. Terrence Williams is even stepping up. I know you don't like Terrence Williams, but I believe that Terrence Williams is important on this team because of his veteran knowledge of the playbook and able to help these guys as well. And, you know, like I said, he's a great supporting guy. He definitely serves his purpose on this team. You guys will see in the season. Granted, of his bonehead mistakes, he does have to fix that. I agree. But I think that Terrence Williams does more good than he does bad, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. Kayvon Frazier. He came out 2 feet running. They allow him to come back to practice, and he's out here being physical like he normally has, like he never missed a beat. I don't question none of that. But I know what type of player Kayvon is. That's my frat brother. I love him all day. But at the end of the day, he's not going to be a full-time starter. That's just not the way he is. Him and Jeff Heath both are in the same boat. They are great complementary players. They are great depth players. They are great special teams players. They are players that you bring in certain situations, and they come in there and they show out. They make plays. But long as they're not playing the whole game, they will be fine. That's why I think that at some point we do need to get a long-term veteran in here, whether that's Earl Thomas or whatever other route that they decide to go. But definitely we need that veteran presence in here. Somebody that can be the starter and knows the defense. I'm just looking at everything that we have right now, and you know, there are some quirks, there are some things. Like, a lot of people kept saying it, oh, because Dak Prescott hasn't scored a touchdown in training camp. But I'm like, okay, I'm not going to look too deep into that right now, because I look at it like this. We all know that Dak is a gamer. We all know that it's different players getting on offense, getting put in and out of the rotation. So he doesn't have all of the chemistry with these guys yet. This is the reason why we have training camp. This is the reason why you practice as a team, because of that reason. You practice and you get this thing straight right now, so then by the time the season comes, you're good to go. Again, that stuff takes time. And I know that in compete drills, 7-on-7, wide receiver, cornerback, one-on-ones, you know, like this is what it's for. It's for evaluation purposes. Now, let's see what, you know, Dak's going to play a limited role in training camp. We already know what Dak can do. Dak can only get better from this point. He does have things that he has to work on, and I believe that he's doing that because he's in his playbook, and he's definitely doing what he needs to do, because he knows now that he is the leader of this team. Whether you like it or not, Dak Prescott is our leader, and we have to respect that. We have to, and if you're a real fan, you got to look at it like this. You got to put your support behind him. Now, if he sucks this year and doesn't show that any progression, then okay. Cowboys make their decision next year, and they're going to get another quarterback. But right now, you got to let him do his thing, and you have to allow him to take the reins and give him that chance. Because, like I said, if he can play like he did his rookie year, will be good. Because I look at it like this. The quarterback holds the ball more than anybody else on the team. So your life, your hopes are in your quarterback's hands. Whether you know that or not. That's what it is. Now, I'm loving what this defense is doing. I feel like they have a chance to prove themselves and show that they can be better than what analysts and these commentators and stuff are saying. Because, again, it's a lot of criticism about the Cowboys run. It always is. It always will be. Because criticism comes with the star. That's just what it is. I'm going to finish up this work, and hopefully when I finish, I can do another video and show you, because it's actually two of them. I have another one on the other side, too, so I'll show you like a wide angle when I finish with this. Hopefully I can finish it. Hopefully everything dries, and if I do finish it today, I'll show you guys like I promised. I always keep my promises, so it is what it is. So, yeah, again, I'm still jealous that I'm not at training camp, because I personally want to see these guys up close. I have never been to a training camp before. Never had the opportunity to do it. But like I said, it's always next year. But for now, you got my ugly mug still at home. I still got things to do. Work still has to be done. It is what it is. So with that being said, like, share, comment. It's your boy E2 Blue. Thanks again for all my subscribers. Oh yeah, most importantly, thank all of you guys that wished me a happy birthday on Friday. I appreciate it. That touched my heart. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I appreciate it. You guys show me mad love. You guys have to understand another thing too. Like, this is hard for me because I'm normally like a very private person, and you know, me showing you my life is like, ugh. You know, because you know, I don't know a lot of you guys. I've never seen you guys in person. I don't know what you guys look like. But you guys know what I look like, and you see my ugly face all day, every day. So I look at it like this. I appreciate you guys subscribing and following me and my journey and everything I'm doing. But you guys are getting E2 in the raw, because this is me. This is my life. You know what I mean? I am a very interesting individual. I have a lot of skill sets. It's a lot of things that you guys don't know. I have a lot of different talents. I haven't got a chance to show you guys those certain things, but as we go along, as I start, like I said, I've only had this channel since this past March, so this is my first season, full season going into with this channel. So, like I said, you guys will see more of me as we go along. That is, if you guys care. Because some people don't give a damn, but it is what it is. But like I said, I am an interesting guy. Like it's a lot of things that like I do. Like, you guys see Mark, and he builds. That's what he does. Like me, I'm like a jack of all trades. I do a lot of stuff. Like I do stuff with cars. Like, I roller skate. You know, I've been doing that for 20 years. Like, I do a lot of tricks and stuff. You guys know I DJ too. So I got a wedding I got to do next weekend, and so I got to get my music and everything ready for that. So yeah, it's just a lot going on. So I like to keep myself busy, because if you keep yourself busy, you stay out of trouble. That's just how I feel. And again, that's all I do. I keep it real, and I live life every day, because again, you only got one life to live, and you got to live it the right way. And I tell you one thing, I don't have any hate in my heart for nobody. I wish everybody well, and I pray for everybody, and it is what it is. So with that being said, again, thanks again, y'all. I appreciate it. This has been your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Talk to y'all soon.